Hey guys, this is a video I never wanted to make, but unfortunately it has become a necessity. In September of this year, 2019, word came out that the U.S. Federal Trade Commission would be issuing a new rule that would be the end of YouTube. Of course, I took it with a grain of salt and didn't look too far into it, as anyone who educated themselves in YouTube drama of the past knows that this is said every time some change happens. I can't chastise the people who do use the clickbait titles, as they do it the majority of the time out of necessity for views. But in the end, whatever change it was blows over, and while it does have some effects, is looked back upon as nothing compared to whatever comes next. This is not the case. And here's an extremely condensed version of what is happening. In 1998, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA for short, was established to keep kids in the U.S., a kid is under 13, from giving out their personal information, address, phone number, etc., on the internet. As time went on and more kids were being taught internet safety, this transitioned from onto websites being prevented from collecting data such as browsing history, search history, and web cookies from kids. Again, that's under the age of 13 in the US. However, in its 14 years of existence, YouTube and Google, after they bought YouTube, have been in blatant violation of COPPA. They have been doing the things listed above, as well as collecting types of data you couldn't even imagine a computer being able to gather. The majority of the reason behind this is in the name of targeted advertising. You know the way you can watch a certain YouTube video, or Google a certain thing, or or go to a certain website, or even talk about something in an email and you start getting ads for the thing in each case? That's how it happens. They collect your data such as your age, sex, preferences, and interests, all to serve you ads that you'd be more likely to click on. Seriously. Click on the why this ad button sometime and look at all what they know about you. It is legitimately insane. But it is illegal to serve targeted advertising to kids, so COPPA is the reason why there is a 13 years of age barrier for signing up for most accounts, including Google. This is not surefire, since kids can always use their parents' account or lie about their age. So the FTC recently caught up to YouTube to punish them for their blatant disregard of the law. And this is where I come in. The FTC was going to charge YouTube with a fine of $42,530 USD per every video on the site. This got lowered to $170 million total. This may seem like a lot, but keep in mind that for a company with trillions and trillions of dollars in money, this is Happy Meal money. And in the process of washing their hands from the whole situation, YouTube basically said, look, it's not our fault, it's the content creators' fault. They weren't posting on our site, none of this would have happened. And while technically they're right, if no one is using your site, you're not going to get in trouble. But they should have taken responsibility for what they've done in the past 14 years and looked to find a more viable solution than what is currently happening. The solution they came up with is to have every content creator mark their channel as made for kids, not made for kids, or to do so on a video-to-video basis. YouTube's official video on the matter talks out of both sides of their mouth, saying that you know your audience best, so it's up to you to decide, while simultaneously saying that if you mark your video wrong, you will be fined $42,530 USD per video. This applies to all channels, not monetized ones, not ones with questionable content, not even ones based outside of the US, as your video still has to go through YouTube servers to be published, all channels. And seeing as I currently have a combined total of 41 videos, this easily gets into the millions of dollars. But let's go a little further. I do not market my videos for kids. I don't market them to adults either. I strive to make family-friendly content, or content that can be enjoyed by kids, teens, and adults. Hence why in the description of this video and every video, I make explicitly clear my zero tolerance for profanity to make sure I can keep a family-friendly environment. I want to make a community where everyone who likes Lego, everyone who likes Marvel, or anything else I talk about or make videos about can come and geek out with me and talk openly about our interests together. That's why I'm always trying to make better videos for all three of the age groups. But this new system creates an environment of or, not and. So why don't I just leave it blank? Well, you can't. If you leave it blank, the YouTube algorithm will fill it in for you. And we all know how great the algorithm is at stuff like this. If you dispute your marking, well, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. If you mark your videos contrary to what the FTC or the YouTube algorithm thinks that your channel should be marked as at a glance, not even studying it, just at a glance, that is where the per video fine comes in. If you mark your videos quote unquote incorrectly, you will be in violation of COPPA and will be fined $42,530 USD per video. But of course, Google does provide a help article to help you decide what to mark your videos as, so let's take a look at the highlights. Signs your video should be labeled as made for kids include whether the video includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children, including animated characters or cartoon figures. Wait, hold on. Does that include the Avengers, Lego, stop motion, and Spider-Man the Animated Series, all of which have appeared in my videos? Whether the video includes language that is meant for children to understand. Now, I can't find the article that included this, but this included words like whatever, yeah, and fun. Well, whatever is used in a normal conversations. For example, if I were doing a product review, I might say this will work for whatever you need it to. Fun is also a normal word, but I'm not going to go into too much depth with that one. And anyone who has seen one of my videos knows that the words "so yeah" is basically a verbal paragraph transition for me when I'm getting my thoughts together in unscripted videos. Seriously, that phrase is probably in all of the ASHTAGbricks videos of just when I'm trying to get my thoughts together for what I'm going to say next. So yeah, it's basically a transition. Whether the video includes activities that appeal to children, such as play acting, simple songs or games, or early education. That include activities like playing with Lego, and what the heck is play acting? Is play acting like acting for fun? Which, if I make a short film, I'm doing it for fun? What does that mean? This also includes stuff like music and bright or vibrant colors in another article. Which those are the first two things people tell you. Use vibrant colors in your thumbnails to appeal to everyone, to get people to click on your videos, and to play background music so that people don't get bored. So obviously the FTC says my videos on both ASHTAGbricks and Geek Hotspot are made for kids. So I should just click that button to play it safe, right? Well, you're going to lose there too, because if your videos are marked as made for kids, here are the things you will lose on all of your videos. Info cards, or the things I'm talking about when I say "I in the corner," that will link you to playlists or videos. End screens, the buttons I include to subscribe and watch another video in the last 30 seconds of each video. You will lose 90% of your ad revenue because you're losing targeted advertising, which, I mean, that doesn't affect me at all. By the time I would even get qualified to monetize my videos, I would probably be able to make alternate sources of income from this if I wanted to, like t-shirts or stuff. That's the stuff people are normally doing. The like button, which is a big thing, boosts your analytics, boosts your spot in the algorithm, boosts your spot in search queries, boosts your spot everywhere, and lets people know, hey, this is going well, and people are liking this, I should watch it too. The notification bell, aka the only thing actually notifying you when a new video comes out, because a few years ago, this was before my time, but they made it to where YouTube, if you're just subscribed, you wouldn't have new videos served to you in your subscription feed. You would have to click the bell. Well, if you get classified as a kid, as a made-for-kid channel, that will disappear. Your videos will barely be searchable, which for people like me, that's a good percentage of their discovery, that's going to take a notch out of the belt. And then here's the big one, comments will be removed. Yeah, the ways we can have conversations together, whether it be you and I, whether it be you and someone else who watches this, the way I can immediately receive constructive criticism to make my videos better, as well as engage in a springboarding of ideas or meeting of the minds about whatever we're talking about with you guys, that'll be gone. So I must choose to pay a ludicrous fine. Keep in mind, I am a high school freshman, so I don't have the money to pay for one video, much less 41. Or I can choose to lose the ability to have to interact with you guys, and for you guys to interact with each other, as well as just about all of the community aspects of YouTube. Because if you hadn't noticed, like likes and of course comments, those are the two biggest community aspects, and of course there's other community aspects that I didn't even list, like the community tab and the discussion tab and the stories. Those will all be gone as well. And it's obvious what I'm gonna have to do. The FTC, let me just note, the FTC has made it clear that they are out for blood and looking to make an example out of someone. They use the analogy shooting fish in a barrel, where YouTube is the barrel and the content creators are the fish. I'm not making that up, I'm not exaggerating that. A commissioner actually used that, okay, in the conference. They use that analogy, and everyone else who's made videos on COPPA will tell you that. I promise you that this is not the end of the #United community. I promise you that I will find a way for us to stay connected and stay together. We will stand strong in 2020. It may be with a peg leg, but we will stand. Lastly, in the less than 24 hours since I finished writing this script, there have been more developments in this awful situation. YouTube has said that videos and channels may be taken down if they violate COPPA or are deemed not commercially viable. Sorry for all of the air quotes in this video, by the way. The details of what makes a channel no longer commercially viable is vague and goes to prove that nothing is sacred in their eyes. Even deleting videos, which that's been a thing for a while, but even deleting your channel, even if it's not just legally, even if we take the FTC out of this, whatever the heck no longer commercially viable means, they could just straight up delete your channel if they don't think you're worth it now. But anyway, I'll move on. And B, this one is a biggie. just this morning, and as the time of recording of the recording of this video, it is November 23rd, 2019. Ian Corzine published a video, and I will have this video linked in the description. But he published a video entailing that last night he received an anonymous tip from someone high in the YouTube ranks saying that this was not how the FTC had planned on implementing the new COPPA rules on YouTube. There is a general audience exception in COPPA that was meant to back what I've been saying this whole video for the people like myself who market their videos to all ages. There was supposed to be another option for the channel/video markers to truly make family-friendly channels the exception. YouTube omitted this of their own volition, and no one is sure why. No one is anyone. Granted, this is a new video, this is a new development. Ian just found this out last night, and honestly, it's ludicrous. But I'll move on. As a business and a creative platform, you would think that YouTube would choose the option that would earn them more grace with their users, because in scandals like this, that's really important. Why do you think people are fleeing Facebook? Because Mark Zuckerberg did not earn grace in the eyes of all of the Facebook users. So the people who are really being affected by that, they're the ones moving to other social media platforms. Anyway. You would think they would choose the option to keep users on the platform, because then they're making more money. They're making, they're having more interaction and more content on their platform, which is all around a good thing, so they don't fade off into obscurity. And you would think that they would choose the option that would end up making them more money, which, you know, for a business, that's what businesses do. They aim to make money. You would think that they would at the very least say, look, we've broken the law for 14 years and we're facing retribution because of it. However, the FTC have been very gracious in offering a solution that won't penalize family-friendly YouTubers, because there are predators on the site. There are people who aren't predators, but just, you know, kids under the age of 13 probably shouldn't be watching. And so, nice protection for, you know, older people like ASHTAGbricks, who's not old but just older than I am, who is making family-friendly content, or myself, who is legally no longer a kid anymore, to be making family-friendly content. I am simultaneously confused and infuriated at YouTube because of their choice to omit this option. And I just want to make one thing clear if you've not understood it already. The FTC did not push YouTube to remove the option for a general audience selection with the video marking. They did that of their own choice, of their own volition. And that is what has made this mess so much worse, because everyone, including myself, has been saying the FTC has been doing trying to do a genuinely good thing that was backfiring. They were trying to protect kids and it ended up backfiring. And now we learn they were trying to protect kids and content creators as well. And YouTube said no. YouTube said, let's just penalize everyone. And honestly, I've lost a lot of respect for them because of that. Anyway, this is such a fast-paced scandal that I'm sure by the time this video is published, which I'm going, this is Saturday, I'm working through the day to get this out as fast as possible, so hopefully same day as recording that I'm getting this out. But who knows, maybe by this afternoon, the whole thing will be settled and this will just be a pointless video. But that's best case scenario with this. If you want to stay caught up on all of this, the links to Ian Corzine's and Daryl Eves' channels will be linked in the descriptions, as they are the ones to follow if you want to stay caught up. They do great videos. They're both family friendly. Daryl is a father of 5 and a guy who is looking to help content creators grow, so he can look at it from both sides. But anyway, I'll quit my rant now. Thank you so much for all of your time and support. I'm sorry this has ended up being longer, but this is just a huge situation and I really needed to just get off this out. But again, thank you for your time and support, and I will see you in the next video.